of the night, evil creatures made of light.
We will discover in the end that our worst foe lies within, within. Our worst foe lies within. Our worst foe lies within.
let's get it then. Let's get it then. Let's get it then. See your body, girl, it look like whoa. Body up, up, down, body don't need no toe. When I do something so you only God, they know. Broke out, make the whole world know. Do something so you only God, they know. Broke out, make the whole world know. See your body, girl, it look like whoa. Body up, up, down, body don't need no toe. When I do something so you only God, they know. Broke out, make the whole world know. Do something so you only God, they know. Broke out, make the body up, up, down, body. See your body, girl, it look like whoa. Body up, up, down, body don't need no toe. When I do something so you only God, you know. Broke out.
Hello and welcome to week 5 of the Belong Arena Mortal Kombat Clash. I'm History Behind the Warrior, joined by my brother in arms on commentary, none other than Falcon.
Hello, welcome back everyone. We're here for another week of the Mortal Kombat 11 Clash, as History Behind the Warrior is just mentioned. But with the way that the Clash has been going, we've actually been seeing like a lot of teams that are really now fighting tooth and nail to get out of the group stages and make it into the playoffs as well. And last week we had the London Lionhearts, and with the Lionhearts, they secured themselves the win, pretty dominantly, pretty convincingly, and overall, it's looking like in the first group that the Lionhearts and the Claymores are tied. Would you like to give us a bit more rundown?
No, we have the Claymores at 3, Lionhearts at 3, Swarm at 3, Hunters at 4, and Nighthawks at 3.
Alright, and we're going to go into group number 2 as well. We'll see that the Claymores, the Lionhearts are sitting at the top of group A. But in group 2, we have the Guardians, shortly followed by the Saints. Just underneath is the Leviathans, the Pirates, and then Armada. So the Guardians are looking pretty strong in this group right now, the only team with the undefeated streak. And in group number 3, sitting at the very top, we have the Stratford Spartans.
Yeah, we have the Smugglers,
the Invincibles,
and finally the Kestrels.
Now, Group 3 is the smallest group, which is why we don't see as many wins-losses comparatively to the other two groups, but something that we wanted to touch on was the fact that 3 teams from each group make it out into the playoffs. So, with that in mind, Group A is, I think that the way it's going to go from after this week is going to be a lot more interesting, because in Group A we have Manchester Swarm, we have the Clyde Claymores, and we have the London Lionhearts, all 3 who are, pretty strong teams. And in Group B, sitting at the very top, we do have the Tyneside Guardians. And Tyneside have been, I want to say they've been really actively, proving themselves since the first season. But the matches lined up for tonight are going to be run through you by History Behind the Warrior.
Yes, on the Cardiff Saints, we have Jericho the Gamer, Chezzy, and Ghost Wolf.
And then on the Tyneside Guardians, we have some returning faces, ones that I'm very familiar with. We got Codlina, Sean2 UK, Noogie, and Metal Queer Solid.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some of these matches, because I believe this is the second time we've actually also seen the Saints as well.
Yeah, this is. We saw massive props to Chezzy. The Jade was really putting on quite a show last time, and we did have Jericho's Liu Kang and everything. And Ghost Wolf as well.
Yeah.
Ghost Wolf I'm pretty sure that Ghost Wolf played Nightwolf and just kind of surprised us. Had a really solid Nightwolf that just came out of nowhere. But I may be wrong about that. I may be wrong if my memory does serve me correctly. Then Ghost Wolf, you get props too.
You're also a massive Nightwolf fan, so you're going to get behind him.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, I'm totally not playing him because initials are the same as Nightwing. Totally not. But either way, Codlina was playing Scarlet in the first season, I believe. But I'm not quite sure who they play now. I'm unsure about whether there was a character change implemented, because recent patches have kind of changed things around and changed the meta quite a fair bit. Scarlet's not really a character you see too often being represented and played at high level. Sean2 UK probably still on the Garrus. I don't really see any reason not to be, unless the character just got boring or tiresome.
Despite the slight changes that Garrus has had from patch to patch, he's still fundamentally the same character. He just does a little bit less damage, and his KB requirements are slightly different, but in some cases, in certain situations, they are better.
He can combo into his crushing blows now. And I also think they stealth buffed Garrus, because he can hit confirm into 4-2-1 into temporal advantage. That's like...
But he can't charge the gauntlet as he used to.
He can't charge the... I mean, the gauntlet always had a gap after, an Infinite Warden. But V3s have kind of changed things around. Like, we can't really talk too much about a character like balancing, per se. It's more about the variance we have in the game now, because V3s are more of a thing, that they are very prominent. We do see a lot of people playing V3 Frost. People like, we do shout out to Themada, Manchester Swarm, who showed us V3 Frost, Arctic Anarchy. And
a bit of Liu Kang as well.
Yeah, a bit of Liu Kang as well, So the variance is really cool. We're going to kick things off by going straight into game number 1 between Jericho the Gamer and Codlina. And Codlina playing Hunker Down Jax. That is very unexpected. Using those forward 3s, that 9-frame mid to just assert the pressure.
The head. But Jericho the Gamer, unfortunately, just seems like he can't keep his feet on the ground at the moment. But, he's definitely he's showing a lot of respect. But Codlina's just slowly picking away at this point.
That's true. What Codlina's doing right now is they're staggering a lot of mids. A lot of down 1 checks, a lot of mids. Nothing's inherently punishable. But right now, Jericho the Gamer with 2 clean hits.
The Liu Kang special.
Oh, and canceling that
Comeback
4-3-3
is
into
possible,
the low
but-
nunchuck
oh,
stance.
Chris down 2. Oh, lost breath, and yeah, that was very strong showing from Codlina. Now, honestly, the problem is with Jericho the Gamer, he got very few offense there, and I feel like because of that, Codlina's been able to somewhat condition.
Oh, the
Jericho
confirm
how
on
to
that jump
play.
kick.
Definitely starting to see it now.
A lot of staggers. That 4-3-3, 9-frame advancing
Oh,
mid from
cute
Jax.
stuff.
Very good.
Of course, Codlina there going for the back two.
Oh, the arms! The arms!
Yeah, of course, that is another meta game with Jax. When he gets heated arms, he gets a grab, crushing blow. And of course, if he's able to combo into it, he's able to fire 2 projectiles out. That's KB as well.
Now, there was no punish on that flying dragon kick. Really unfortunate. But Jericho the Gamer, I think, tried to cash out on the crushing blow over there. Unfortunately, didn't have it. Because you have to do the overhead variant of the nunchuck stance after you've already connected the low.
Yeah, to get that KB special. Now, I just realized these are both characters with like really crazy forward advancing fatal blows.
They are indeed,
We're
but you
gonna
know.
start seeing them in a second, I have a feeling.
Oh,
guess right!
Nice block on the low.
There's the punish!
That fatal blow punish is gonna pop. Well, you know, that actually wasn't a punish. It's because Jericho pressed buttons afterwards.
That is
because
true.
it was
I
a
did
counter.
see it. I did
But
see it.
Codlina with really good.
His own fatal blow. That's why I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
that
exactly.
flash.
You know what? It's not even a bad idea as well. You know, throw yourself into like some minus frames and then throw at your fatal blow as well as a counter poke. Pretty clever strategy, but Codlina was one step ahead.
Of course, the thing is with fatal blows in this game, they have armor. Of course, it doesn't appear up to the 5th frame, so in some cases you have to meet them pretty damn early. But you know, if you're putting yourself on minus frames and depending on the distance, and as well as like the stop frames,
Yeah.
because every character has different stop frames for their fatal blow. You know, it was one of those cases where Jax just beat out Liu Kang, and just whoever could press the button faster.
Yeah, and I mean, in that situation, if Jericho committed to ducking instead, then the fatal blow would have whiffed entirely. But Codlina with really good presence of mind as well, probably acknowledging that you know, Jericho is going to be in a standing state regardless. There's either going to be a counter poke, a counter fatal blow, or something like a flying dragon kick, or maybe even a walk back. Either way, pretty much all of those options get stuffed by the Jax fatal blow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as good as it used to be, because for Christ's sake, it used to be a mid.
It used to be a mid,
For some
yeah.
reason. For some reason.
Yeah.
But now, obviously, it's been tweaked and changed. So, will we see it again this round? One can only wait and see. But Codlina now on left side, Jericho the Gamer on the right.
Using that back forward 2 and amplifying it, it does become a throw, but you can duck it. That was a really nice
Yes.
block on the low.
But will Jericho actually know that? Because I know a lot of people do get caught with that and are unaware of the last hit of it, you know, being a grab.
Now, something I would like to see Jericho do is, because
kick?
Codlina is playing, yeah, because Codlina is playing Hunker Down Jax, after the forward 3-3 and the forward 2, essentially, when the overhead is coming, you can there's a gap to flawless block over there. Now, it is -7, so you do give up. You know, the Jax player has to effectively give up their turn afterwards, but Jax can also just press down 1 or down 1-2 after it. But Jericho the Gamer is sitting on a health lead right now. Codlina does have that fatal blow, the all-important Jax
could
dash
just
punch.
simply lay him out of this point with the range he's acquiring. But the thing is, the closer you get into Jax with fatal blow territory, that's scary stuff.
Oh,
There
that
it is.
back 3 fatal blow, catching with the low and then just committing.
I don't believe that's dead, though. I believe there's a speck of health left.
Very close, though. Very close.
Oh, speck of health!
Wake up fatal blow. Oh, he tried it! He tried it!
No!
It was just a moment
5th frame.
too late. Another high that just blew up Jericho the Gamer.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, that trip guard was
KB.
great.
No, she used to go to trucks.
Go into the overhead. Now, I'm not sure I agree with that decision, because ending with the low would have been better. The next hit would have guaranteed you the crushing blow then, you know?
Yeah, nice punish there. Oh, Jericho being quite honest with his gameplay, and Codlina somewhat taking advantage of it right now.
That is true. Codlina has been staggering for days, and now
Yeah.
just the idea to
His
switch things up.
arms! Oh, no! Oh, doesn't go for the corner grab, but there's the fatal blow.
You know what? At least it happened the one time. I didn't get stuffed this time.
You know, this could be the sign of a comeback, because it just takes one slight change of momentum for everything to work well, and I mean, it is Liu Kang. Liu Kang hits.
Flying
like a-
dragon kick.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't happen.
Well, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
And this is like the perfect space for the KB on it as well as the...
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, goes for
Right
the low.
there,
Okay,
that-
good stuff.
4-3-3 into the ground pound. Codlina going to take that 2-0 over Jericho the Gamer, but, you know, Jericho is by no means has anything to feel shame over, you know.
No,
It's the first game of the evening. And just from playing those games, it's I think that if you have your other teammates watching the games, of course, they can take the time to really just analyze exactly what Kotlina was doing. And that's the benefit of playing these team-based in the arena clash in general, because you have teammates who can just help you out. People that can give you advice, people that are watching the opposition, figuring out like habits or anything like that, and then offering just any sort of advice to help that.
Of course, because I think one of the most important parts about this, when you do have people around you as well, is the fact that they can kind of teach you the matchup as well if you're missing some areas of information. But we're going on to our next match in a second, and it will be none other than Chezzy vs Sean2UK. Now, how do you feel about this match?
Now, Sean2UK was the only player last season, in fact, the only player for quite a long time that I had seen flawless block up to Aaron Black's forward 3-2.
Ooh.
So just from that alone, after seeing Sean2UK just popping out like options like flawless blocks into up 2 reversals, really utilizing the up 2 with Garrus as well because it's so good, I was impressed. I thought to myself that this person has actively invested time into the game and figured out counterplay against people that want to mash against you or people that just disrespect all the time, and blowing them up for little things like that, punishing gaps and strings. I want to see just how much they've evolved now, but Sean2UK is playing loud.
Okay, interesting stuff there. But the thing is, as you mentioned with that, do you think that's going to play to his favor? Because Chezzy does play quite a wild Jade, to say the least.
That is
lots
true.
of off spins.
Oh, that was a big
wild.
whiff. No amplification on there, but Chezzy did also take the throw earlier.
Oh, going for the kick. Chezzy at the moment throwing out buttons and it's just not working to his favor.
Clean confirmed from Sean2UK. That Z-Hat going to be totally respected. And Chezzy finds his back in the corner as well.
Yeah, no, this is going to be very, very scary stuff because, Kung Lao, that dive kick, so incredibly good. But also Jade down 2, very, very
good. That is a normal that people online absolutely hate, plus frames.
Yeah, but Chezzy, unfortunately, couldn't capitalize on that down 2, but here's the Chezzy special.
Oh, the parry! You ain't down 2ing this.
Oh, jump free. Alright, we're starting to see some some holes in Sean's defense, but at the moment he's definitely not out of this.
Oh, the down 1 anti-crossover.
Free.
Oh, again!
It's the punish.
No,
doesn't capitalize on it.
Doesn't have the bar. He doesn't have the bar.
Yeah, but he still has access to Fatal Blow, and both characters have it.
Oh, the whiff down 2!
And Chezzy. I think it was a sign of Chezzy getting a little bit too happy with his buttons right there, not showing nearly enough.
Yeah,
respect for Sean.
maybe. Now the down 2 is a good idea, but Fatal Blows have armor on them, which is something you really have to consider all the time when you drop your opponent into that life. Now, I think that match is pretty close. Sean2UK actually played that well.
Yeah, no.
I want to say well. Like there were hit confirms. There was just a couple drops on the teleport. Unfortunate instances where either he didn't have enough meter or just didn't get the amplification. But
Overall,
even though
clean,
like
clean.
even though it looked like Sean was in control of that game, I do think that Chezzy dealing out the counter damage was it even things out quite a lot. The second round in that game was a lot closer than it was the first. But Jade's kind of one of those characters that you can effectively get away with pressing a lot of buttons, right?
Yes. Because, of course, one of his strings is very, very much so plus. I can't remember the input, so you may have to fill us in.
Back 3, 4, 3, 4, I believe it is.
Of course, that last hit is flawless blockable, but
it is.
We haven't actually seen it happen just yet because Chezzy just kind of... The first round, it was very much so in Sean's favor, but Chezzy, he plays a very chaotic style. So
that's
if it can work to his favor, definitely his benefit. Oh, respect.
Now, Chezzy gonna catch that crushing blow right in the beginning. A really good roll.
Oh, down 2 as well. Oh, we can see another 1 second. Feel it in my bones.
That meaty hit just didn't connect. That would have been plus.
Was
nice
that
throw
down 2 that got caught by the grab.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe.
Corner game.
30% whiffs the dive kick though.
Himself in the corner. 50-50 down.
That's confirmed. 24%. Oh, a neutral jump kick. Yo, Chezzy's waking up right now.
Oh, wake up, fatal blow.
It's not gonna kill. It's not gonna kill. So it's all gonna come down to the next situation.
As well, we also need to keep into mind a Z-Hat.
Oh, you called it. Didn't you? What? The nitro kick whiffed.
That was wild.
It whiffed. Sean 2 UK, honestly,
Galaxy brain,
the
really.
luckiest, and also a really good whiff punish with the dive kick.
Yeah, look, Sean 2's UK's like, his hit confirms have been really good so far. And there's a check with Z hat into a grab.
Now the back throw is going to knock Chezzy a bit further away.
Yeah. Oh,
that was big as well. There's no punish though. Double overhead.
One issue that Sean's constantly been having, he's not been maintaining and keeping his eyes on the meter he has at hand, and it has been showing some faults, but the
That's punishable. Only 14%, not able to maximize any more damage.
No
Punish.
fatal blow, though.
Yeah, no fatal blow. Oh, the raw fatal blow to try and take it.
I think Chezzy might throw this away. He threw it away.
Oh no.
Ah.
That round was really Chezzy's. But it's okay.
Still early
because still early days. Only the second match of this set right now, and I think making these mistakes early is the better thing, because then you're less inclined to make them later. You can kind of fight through all the nerves and any frustrations, or just really get over any mistakes essentially. And I think that I think the Cardiff Saints are going to tighten up their gameplay a lot, because Jericho also let things just slip him by just a little bit.
Like, although, like, for the most part, like, there have been losses here and there, it's not like they're cataclysmic, like, sweeps at all. Like, it could go to anyone's favor at any point in time, but at the moment, in saying that, Guardians 2 up, Saints down right now, but, it might be a case of getting better over time. And we do actually have Ghost Wolf over Noogie, playing against Noogie in a second, and Ghost Wolf is a name I do recognize.
Yeah, and Noogie's a name that I'm very familiar with as well. I like to keep in the loop of what the northern community is doing as well with this game, because we do a lot in terms of the southern community, in terms of like the London scene and everything like that. But Noogie, Catalina have been putting in, doing a lot essentially in the north, doing a lot of practice, a lot of games with each other and stuff. And Noogie's been showing a lot of improvement in the Sonya Blade as well. Ghost Wolf is going to be playing Outtake Johnny Cage. Regarded as one of, if not the best in the game currently, as it stands.
I mean, like, his tools are so incredibly good, but unfortunately, it seems like Nightwolf hasn't had the opportunity to use them, and it was all Noogie that round.
Yeah, I forgot it. He changed his name to Nightwolf. But that was a clean energy ring cancel as well from Noogie. The Sonya familiarity is definitely showing. There's a really clean hit confirm, 37% just for that.
Oh, no punish, unfortunately.
That must have been an input error.
Yeah, if Ghost Wolf can tighten up his execution a little bit and just apply a bit more pressure, and those incredible 9-frame projectiles is definitely go in his favor.
Neutral jump gonna cash out with that 1-2-4. Could have gotten a bit more damage, but it's all right.
Also low. Both characters getting. Oh, that's out too!
That wake up down 2. Noogie tried to go for the meaty 1-3-4, but just mistimed it ever so slightly. And we are going to go into a final round.
Yeah, no, definitely. It seemed like it was a case of Noogie takes first round, Ghost Wolf takes next. What? What? That was butts! What did we just see?
Oh, Bonya Slade, what are you doing?
Oh no. Oh, but saying that, let's get back to the match.
That's punishable. No punish, though.
Yeah. I mean, Ghost Wolf has been pretty good with getting those 50-50s at the moment, but
nice torch.
There's only so many times you get hit by them. But Noogie, very consistent with actually going for those overheads, and Ghost Wolf blocking them time after time.
Now, Ghost Wolf did find a punish on the back 1-2-3 as well, but just couldn't get an optimal damage on it. That is +6 right there. Noogie going to answer back, but has the mix-up blocked.
Uh-oh, we are closing into Fatal Blow territory, and this is Johnny Cage.
Oh! Noogie is like, if you
Fatal Blow.
Yeah, Noogie's like, if you're not using it like a Mortal Kombat X run cancel, then I don't want to hear it. Eat my Fatal Blow instead. Sonya is an interesting character where she has a Fatal Blow that's very good in those kinds of situations. I would put it alongside characters like Baraka, Liu Kang, mainly those two, and Sonya, right? Mm-hmm. Characters that are just bam, they're up in your face, and they've just hit you with that Fatal Blow. They can just catch you with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's also because there's like a forward advancing aspect to it. Sonya's faster than Johnny Cage's, I believe, because it's like the way she kind of drills it in reminds me of her forward 2 from MKX, actually.
Yep.
But,
yeah, for sure, actually.
Yeah, I think this is similar animation.
And, you know what? I think if Ghost Wolf did something that I have never seen before, but I would have loved to see, I would have popped off so hard, I would have been like, I would have left the desk for a little bit. But if the fatal blow from Johnny Cage parried the Sonya one,
That would have been good luck.
is that even possible?
No, because
It
Fatal
eats
Blow
through
immediately
armor.
breaks
It
armor.
eats through armor,
Yeah.
right? That sucks.
Yeah.
But
if you cancel,
it backsways you, right? Backsway into whiff punish. Oh,
That would've been pretty
That
sick.
would have been pretty hype. But it was just unfortunately it wasn't done in the block string, so it's not really the best thing to do after that. I think Ghost Wolf tried to make the read that Noogie was going to try and come in with a back 1-2 because Noogie had been retaliating a lot in the advancement with back 1-2, but Noogie wise to it, just using Fatal Blow anyway.
Yeah, but now at the moment, what adjustments will Ghost Wolf make in order to bring this back if he can? Because Noogie has been pretty consistent, but when Ghost Wolf can get his offense going, it definitely has been working out for him.
Yeah, and you know, those 9-frame projectiles as well are going to be quite annoying, but Noogie's actually been doing something interesting, where Noogie just acknowledges the fact that it's outtake Johnny Cage, and hasn't been playing the zoning war, hasn't even thrown, like, projectiles.
Yeah, but
Excuse me.
beautiful blocks right there.
Hasn't actually thrown projectiles, you know? Only a bit in the first game, in the first round, just to get the energy ring cancels, but that's it.
Now, unfortunately for Ghost Wolf, he's been pretty good with blocking some of these 50-50s, but, you know, there's only so many times you can block them before they stack up over time, and if you aren't applying or punishing correctly, it's just gonna hurt at the end of the day.
Ghost Wolf really has to make sure that he is punishing the back one, just punishing anything that he can, every time he can, because you're leaving a lot of damage on the table. Like there, that's punishable, but only the down 4 punish. It doesn't actually get you anything, you know?
Yeah, it lets you take your turn back effectively, creating space at some distance.
Yeah, I mean, you get a plus 17, but if you're off tempo, that 4-3 isn't going to jail, so really it's just about making the most of the punishes. You know, you could just do something simple, like a 1-2-1 shadow kick. That air-to-air was beautiful, by the way. Oh, the KB! The stand block afterwards!
Ghost Wolf does have access to Fatal Blow, however. Will he use the cancel? Oh, with the challenge!
Noogie!
It works!
Again!
You know, he's looking for it. He's looking for it, and it's been working every single time. And fortunately, Ghost Wolf is at the receiving end of it. And, you know, like, no disrespect to Ghost Wolf, but Noogie played really well there. Really
Noogie
well.
read both Fatal Blows and just said, you know what, I'm going to use my own too.
Which is a shame, because Ghost Wolf was, for the most part, reading a lot of the 50-50s really, really well. But at the end of the day, if you can't get in your offense, if you can't apply the damage and optimize it, then you are blocking till chip death.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, I think that with Sonya, like, yeah, she has mix-ups. She's got 50-50s. But there was a lot of, I know we mentioned this before, it's just the punishing is really, really important, especially in Mortal Kombat, where you really don't want to leave damage out on the table. You know, if a Sonya Blade, especially a Sonya Blade, a character that people really just do not like fighting against, myself included, it's like pivotal that you are punishing those strings every single time that you can. And you know, it's okay if you don't know which strings are and aren't punishable, but it's worth paying attention to those badges that appear on screen as well to understand when something is a punish, because you just got to be cashing out on it. You know, you have to be using that extra damage, potentially even getting Oki, and Johnny's a character that hits pretty hard as well.
Yeah, eventually, like, if you don't do it, you're leaving damage out on the table, and I feel like it's a real testament to the game as well, because crushing blows are a big thing, but more so punishing crushing blows, because of course, if your opponent is negative, there are some characters that specifically have crushing blows that are tied to punishes.
Yeah, we are going to see Sean 2 UK against Jericho the Gamer. Oh, there is a blocked flying dragon kick. Now, I think Sean 2 UK is pretty wise to punishing. Has shown quite a fair bit of game knowledge as well. So I don't think that there's going to be punishes that really slip by. That was a nice confirm as well from Jericho.
This man does have the human revenant, like, Liu Kang skin. He must. He must.
Human Revenant Liu Kang looks so sick.
It's my favorite skin in the game, and I don't have it. It makes me upset.
I don't have it either, and that's because Kombat League sucks.
What to say? Oh, there's a KB we rarely see.
You know what? The entire time after hitting the other dive kick when Jericho broke away, he didn't hit him. And then he just cashed out the dive kick at the end of the round and got the KB to close it out.
I mean, you might as well at that point in time, but look, there's another dive kick.
Oh, punished again with that forward 1-3.
Oh. Sure, playing a really tidy Kung Lao at the moment.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jericho might not understand the properties of that string, because that does, of course, have a high in it, and you can actually challenge. Sure, at the moment. Down 3, of course, the Kung Lao special, down 3 and grab.
Now, Sean 2 UK is doing something really, really clever. When he hits the down 3, so he is hit confirming his pokes into these throws, but when he hits the down 3, he's pretty much inching towards you to get you to press a button, and then he'll throw out like either a throw or a forward one. You know, that's the mix that you get from it's the throw strike mix that you get with the frame advantage. And Kung Lao having a really good down 3, but Sean 2UK just took that in the blink of an eye, essentially. Like,
that was very convincing. The thing is, just Jericho couldn't get the hits in order to do it. I think in tonight is a case of what we've seen a lot of, just there's a lot of reluctancy when it comes to punishing, and I think we're really starting to see that because it's not one-sided by any means. But if you can't get the punishes in, then you know you're not optimizing your damage, you're not getting the damage you need, and over the course of time, that's really going to show. And it's going to make it harder. Although it might inch you like closer to fatal blow, if your opponent's well aware of that, you know, it paints a sign in your head.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Cardiff Saints are not looking like they're in the best of positions. We did say earlier that 3 groups make it out in the group stages, but right now the Cardiff Saints are basically fighting for that position to make it out into the playoffs as well. If they drop this against Tyneside today, then unfortunately that'll be the end of the road for them
it's go time,
in this season. But if there is a time to really pull out all the clutch factor you can, you know, call to your mid-nuts to get them to put their hands in the air and give you the energy. Like, if you need to do all that, by all means, do it. Because it's been a bit of a mountain. It's progressively becoming a bit of a mountain to climb, you know?
Yeah, it's just going to get bigger over time, but you know what? The dream's not dead just yet, so you can't count them out too soon.
It definitely isn't, and all 3 of them have been playing pretty well. They just have to slightly tidy it up. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but Jericho definitely know about raw dragon kick, no punish, unfortunately.
Oh, there's the punish
KB
right there, ending it in the overhead. I don't agree with that because the low is the one that sets up for the KB.
It is the little bit of a mind game, but unfortunately, lack of optimized damage and choices. But Sean deciding to take those dragon kicks head on instead of neutral ducking, because of course that dragon kick is a high.
Yeah,
neutral
but
duck kick goes over your head.
To be fair though, Sean is letting himself block the flying dragon kick and then just going in for the punish, you know? Unfortunately, he did miss the punish last time, but before that was punishing all the flying dragon kicks every time.
Oop, goes for the flying kick. Oh,
there's the crossover. Breakaway force from Jericho, eats that forward throw.
And we have not seen any throw techs, I believe, from Jericho at the moment. This could be very, very problematic. A lot of respect being shown. Oh, new neutral duck on the grabs. Unfortunately, Jericho does have access to fatal blow. Oh! That knocks him out before the 5th frame can enter.
What an unfortunate time to pull the trigger on that fatal blow. The Z-hat. And that jump kick into the dive kick. Gonna take it. Sean 2 UK with another 2-0 on the board for Tyneside Guardians.
I mean, Tyneside Guardians have just been playing extremely well at the moment. And it's not because their opponents are bad. They're just really good.
They're just controlling neutral, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think they've been, I don't know how to word this, getting away with stuff. Like,
yes.
Like, I feel like Jericho was just doing too many flying kicks because the flying kick itself is what we would call death on block. Ergo, it's really punishable. Really punishable. So you're basically giving your opponent a free combo just for doing it. It's just too risky. You know, it's something you should use a bit less, but more on a hard read. But right now,
to die for it is the question.
Exactly. You know, I just think that so far Tyneside have just controlled neutral more than anything, and the Cardiff Saints have obviously shown life.
Yeah,
obviously,
no, they've been doing
well. They've been doing well. It's just every game is slipping out of their fingers right now, and the moment that they tidy up that gameplay, start making maybe less decisions, but more clever decisions or something like that, or implementing a lot of throws if your opponent's blocking, or a lot more low pokes, or trying not to press buttons in certain situations, it'll potentially just shift the dynamic of how this is going right now, because Tyneside only need one more win, and that is on the back of Nugi right now, who has to take it over Chezzy if they want to move into the second set.
It will be a Sonya vs Jade matchup, which can be quite interesting at the moment, because of course, Jade does have access to that glow, which makes projectiles immune. But if you're stuck in the corner against Sonya Blade, it's also Sonya Blade. Is that flawless? That is
a flawless.
That was 15 seconds.
Chezzy got mixed, but I'm pretty sure what you were gonna say before was that Jade has the glow. Sonya can't zone against the glow, right? But right where we saw there, Chezzy loves pressing down 2. And Sonya Blade has a lot of highs.
This could be a sweep the other way. Okay, this is a special.
If this is a reverse flawless.
No.
There's an up 3 coming. There's an up 3 coming. The neutral. Oh, the air square! It was almost a reverse flawless. That would have been hype. Punish it.
Oh my god.
The chip.
Yeah,
Chezzy,
no, that's fair.
clever.
There's part of me is like, oh my god, is the comeback actually going to happen here? But yeah, no, that was very, very clean stuff. Good stuff from Chezzy, honestly. It seemed like he took over the corner and just started jading.
Mate, Noogie is a madman. He did wake up, jump forward one. I love it.
Oh, goes 50-50.
He was like, you are not neutral jumping me.
Oh, goes 50-50. Crushes the face.
Up 3 from Chezzy. Gonna use the back forward 2. Completely safe and gets the forward throw.
Yeah, of course, Chezzy special. Spin into down 1, man. Ooh, the jump over.
Oh, I don't even know that string. Was that off a back 1? No, that wasn't. It was a... I don't even know.
This isn't dead, I think. That's going to hurt.
Oh, it's a lot of damage.
Oh.
374.
That was so unfortunate.
There was no bar left.
Yeah.
No defensive bar left at all. Really good presence of mind from Noogie right there.
But
that was another one. It just slipped through the card of Saint's hands.
That was
Just slipped because Noogie is playing this hybrid style of Sonya Blade that we don't actually see too often. You know, we have notable Sonya Blade players.
Yes.
Dizzy TT, for example, a really good UK player, and his game plan is just to spam you with projectiles. Be a spammer. Just throw energy rings because they are super low recovery. They're good damage.
Second hit's a KB if you miss the first one.
The second hit is a KB, and I mean, so in theory, Chezzy would be applying glow, right? Make yourself completely immune to those energy rings, but Noogie's not playing with energy rings.
Yeah.
He's just not.
Like he doesn't need to at this point in time. He's just solely going for the 50-50s, and in some cases, if need be, will cancel to like extend the damage. But Chezzy, like he has no reason to use the glow. But even at the end of we saw the last round, if you're full screen against Sonya Blade, the worst that your opponent can do is drop the drone on you.
And with the drone, it's like the drone will eliminate the glow. Oh,
the
parry to start things.
The game.
Oh, Chezzy with a big.
Oh, he didn't get the KB.
He gets the third. Oh,
will we actually see that now? Would it be disrespectful with? Oh my god! How did we start this game?
My man's just took like 20% HP on Noogie just for that.
20 years of my life.
I love it.
Oh, the catch.
Nice. Almost got the full confirm.
Of course.
Now that's another thing I want to touch on, right? Chezzy pressing down 2 a lot. The way Noogie's playing is Noogie's playing a lot of 1-3-4s, back 1s. Those are all highs. Like they're all highs. So
smart decision.
Really, Jade's down 2 beats all those options, right? Yeah. Anti-aired with the nitro kick as well. Forward or fatal blow. That is a good thing for Chezzy. That's good for Chezzy, because look how much health he had, right? I mean, Noogie spends the crushing blow.
It's no longer a threat.
Not the crushing blow, the fatal blow. No longer a threat. So now it's like you don't really need to worry about the Sonya, quick advance forwards, armored, catches you pressing a button, and then hasta la pasta, see you at the next turn.
Chezzy applied a glow now, and it has actually been really working out for him. Look at this.
That is true. Chezzy adapting right now.
He's putting puts himself back in the corner, unfortunately. Oh, no chance down 1.
Now the back forward 2 is pretty sus, right? Like it's I feel like it varies at the times held when you block it, which in turn makes it really hard to actually punish. So Chezzy throwing out down 1s afterwards just makes sense to me. Counter proc down 2. Looking for the KB, but it doesn't hit the string, unfortunately.
Oh, Chezzy just somewhat throwing a button.
Has to worry about the wake up. Neutral jump again. Noogie completely on it. Doesn't have the fatal blow.
But the drone drop being aware of the glow. Oh, good stuff from Chezzy right now.
Now, Chezzy has a lot of balls for not backing off in that situation. Noogie obviously under the impression that Chezzy was going to create space so that he could activate glow, but it didn't happen.
Talking about glow, Chezzy has activated. Oh, gets the KB. We'll get the combo.
Catches, misses the ending.
Oh, we've seen those 50-50s come back with the drone sitting in the middle of the screen saying hi.
It's just Wally. Don't do it on the drone! No!
Oh, there's the down 2.
Wake up, down 2.
Wise choice, a breakaway.
Lost frames? Oh, probably tried to get the flawless block.
Oh, beautiful stuff to low.
This is so even.
Oh no, this could.
I think he was ducking.
No, he's not breaking away. What are you doing?
No!
Break away!
Not like this!
Oh.
I think it must have not come out. It must have not come out.
I feel so sorry for Chezzy. He could have 110% brought that back. Ah.
Next set.
Yeah, next set.
Because this one's obviously gone over to the Tyneside Guardians. That now puts them at the 5-0. But the next set. This is actually really cool because even though it was a 5-0, that was not free at all.
No.
Chezzy, like, dude, you're pulling it back. You know? Like, there's a lot of instances they're really just pulling it back.
It's
so
literally their
close.
fingertips. It's just slipping, unfortunately. They can
Yeah.
110%, like, I know we've been doing this for like 5 weeks now. I feel like this could be the time where the Saints could completely flip things back. 110%, it's possible. Super, super possible, but we have to wait and see. It's like, it has been somewhat one-sided on the leaderboard, but these matches can go either way.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely think that both Ghost Wolf and Chezzy made the adaptations they needed to. It was kind of just the same unfortunate situation of they just got either caught out or, just something happened that ended up losing them the game. Something small. Jericho, on the other hand, has also been adapting. However, I just think that the constant use of the flying kicks is just too risky. So, cutting that down would be a really good starter, or a really good starting point, because then you're not actually asking the opponents to punish you, because all three of them have been pretty on the ball.
Yeah, I think Jericho has been... I think how he's thinking of using the Dragon Kick, it isn't so much like he wants to use it as a projectile. He wants to use it as a free way of getting in.
Exactly.
Because understandably, when you
close the gap
screen,
on
yeah,
them, it's
but
just too.
It's very, very dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
It poses the risk reward just isn't worth it for
Yeah.
you.
I mean, unless it's a Galaxy Brain read and you know it's gonna happen, guarantee it for sure. But as a way of closing down the space, it's risk versus reward. The risk is too high.
No, I mean, I want to give props to Jericho though, because that was the first time I've seen Jericho go for the proper B&B as well off the 4-3-3.
I know, beautiful.
Went for the dash up 1-2 into the 1-2-3. Now that is good. Good progress, because it's been like
one thing we need to remember. He's used, I believe, in the Chuck stance, he has the command grab as well.
he does have the command
We
grab.
haven't seen it once. We
Does
have
have
not
the
seen it
command
once. And also, as you've mentioned multiple times, with that variation of Liu Kang, you need to start reinforcing the sweeps, because the next hit, the overhead, that's a KB. And that's free damage we have not been seeing. If we can get that, as well as the slight changes instead of like rushing down neutral, this could dramatically change.
Yeah, I mean,
110%.
so there's something important to consider when you're playing V3 Liu Kang, and that is when you... So let's put it into perspective, right? If you have your opponent in the corner and you press, let's say, a forward 4 with Liu Kang, and it catches, do the forward 4-3 into the low nunchuck, and then when you've knocked them down, it's effectively a guessing game for them between you're either going to throw, because Liu Kang has 2 throw crushing blows as well, so if they tech that wrong or they're mashing and you get the escape failed, totally in your favor. If they don't tech, you still get the throw. But you could also press another forward 4, then creating this mid game, the mind game, where you've knocked them down and they have to guess between if you're going to throw them or if you're going to hit them with a mid. Liu Kang having a double hitting advancing mid as well, very good. Very, very good normal forward 4. And then if that catches, you go straight into the overhead nunchuck as well, cash out that crushing blow for the pop-up. But, word in from the voices above. We do have a substitute on the side of the Tyneside Guardians. We're swabbing. We are subbing out Noogie, and we are going to bring in MQS. Notable name for anyone that does watch Street Fighter V as well.
Yes.
Recent gaming player. Really good Fang player. And, in the first bout of things in the next set, I would definitely love to see Cardiff pull some things back, but it is going to be MQS versus Jericho as the first game. So we'll see if Jericho makes the changes.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Maybe you could have said that the first set of rounds, those were the warm-up set. Like, sometimes in some cases, when you're playing against people, you can start learning over the course of time, and that could definitely work here. But with Jericho going up against the sub, with that being MQS, I believe.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've said that name. But with that being said, how will he adapt? Because obviously this is a sub, this is the change, so it is a bit of a fresh player.
Now, I mean, something also to for the people at home watching is MQS, as I mentioned, was a Street Fighter V player. Street Fighter V and Mortal Kombat 11 are both 2D fighting games. So, fundamentals that you have from Street Fighter will translate over to Mortal Kombat and vice versa. When you are proficient, especially to a point where you're playing underneath a team name, when you're a representative of the organization and you're a competitive player, you're actively competing, training, everything that you can do, those things really do translate to other games as well. And I think that fundamentally MQS would have the upper hand. and obviously playing a very strong character to go alongside that as well on the Garrus pick.
Of course, man. What? Oh.
So,
play a real character?
oh, there was no hit confirm on that!
Ooh.
That could have been 300 something damage. Probably just didn't
challenging
want
the
it.
stance. A lot of respect being shown from Jericho at the moment. Unfortunately, you will have to start disrespecting against a character like Garrus because he's got 6 frame down 1. He's got a lot of really, really strong stuff. You just need to know your punishes. Will that be something that Jericho is well aware of at the moment? Or will that KB? Is that just on with 1? Nope.
It won't indeed, but I agree with not spending it, even if he did have it, because it just didn't have enough life. You know, I think it would have been a waste of the KB.
Oh, beautiful hop right now! Oh! It finally worked out!
It finally worked out! That was the Galaxy Brain read you needed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the energy's starting to, come across now, but in saying that, ooh, doesn't go for... Ooh, choose... Oh, this is it. How bad is this going to scale?
Oh,
what, you know what?
A bit too many hits, you know? A bit too much gravity.
Jericho, unfortunately, wanting a challenger and getting caught by it. Ooh, okay.
That back 2-2 into the back 4-2 is not going to work, but the back 2 into it will. And this is looking like it's all MQS right there. That back throw going to secure the game.
All Garrus. That was a Garrus round.
Yeah, Garrus of Rivia.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jericho just couldn't adapt there, and he's up against a player he's unfamiliar with. And I mean, when anyone plays Garrus, I wouldn't say they all kind of play the same because of the variations in the game and how they function, but Infinite Warden plays a very specific way. It's all about if you can challenge what Garrus can do and fundamentally make them uncomfortable. And we just weren't seeing that though. We weren't seeing a lot of staggers with forward fours because the offense just wasn't there.
Yeah,
just wasn't there.
I mean, the way that MQS was playing that was, I think, a lot more of an application of pressure than what Jericho was used to already from the games before. Because MQS's offense in that was good.
Yeah.
Advancing mids, hit confirms, damage, consistent damage at that, and throws on top of the already really good down one that Garrus has to offer. So being able to poke through the pressure of Jericho the Gamer and also just start throwing him back, space him out, and throw out mids, MQS really just seems to be outplaying right now.
Yeah, I feel like in this case as well, no disrespect to Jericho, I'm going to start counting some of these grabs because there has been a consistent amount.
We're going to see body splashes, you know what.
Okay.
We'll let it
there's a flying kick, unfortunately spends the ball for no meter.
The up 2 is going to catch Jericho as well.
Man.
No confirm!
We're not seeing really optimal stuff from MQS right now. But
from either of them.
Oh, goes for the overhead. Unfortunately, not the low to lock in the KB. And
and there it is. Now MQS could get a much more optimal punish on that with a 4-2-1 into either temporal advantage or the better spikes.
But in some cases, you might just be going for the cheap gimmick stuff of 2-1-2 forward sand trap. Like if your opponent's unaware of it. There's the dragon kick punish. If you aren't aware of, the fact you can cancel into sand trap right in front of himself, people get caught by it a lot.
Yeah, that is true. Nice down 2 on the jump in.
Of course, Garrus down 2, very, very good in this game. But
there's 1-1-1.
Just keep him in the corner. Escape failed. That's only the second grab I believe we've seen so far.
Yeah, make that a third. Throw loops, baby. Let's go. Are we gonna see the 4th or the 4-2? Oh, he went for it.
Okay, I'm running right back at him.
And up to straight back for your concerns.
Now,
there you go. The back 2-2 gonna hit the better spikes this time around. Not at too much gravity. Was that a teabag?
I think that was a super micro fast teabag right there.
I think that was, yeah.
But you know what? Gets punished for the teabag accordingly with a fatal blow. But
you took like probably the highest damage. Unbreakable you could have taken for teabagging, but a clean anti-air as well, and a little bit of a moonwalk teabag from MQS, who has taken now the first of the games for the Tyneside Guardians, and they are looking strong.
Yeah, I believe the switch has been extremely beneficial, but the thing is, we have to keep in mind, the Saints are now on their last legs, and with bags being applied, will there be some kind of mind game?
Bags being applied?
I don't retract that statement.
Do you put tea bags on like your eyes or something?
I don't like where this conversation is going.
It's
now,
but
let's get back to it and the bagging.
It's like that. I mean, that's a confidence statement, isn't it? 100%, it's a confidence thing. It is. We know Tyneside are saying we know we can take you, or it's just MQS saying I know I can take you. Because I know he can be a little bit of a troll, and I love him for it.
Oh,
But-
I know.
Now you do. The next match, I think, is going to kind of make or break things for the Cardiff Saints because they need to pull back momentum, don't they?
100%.
They did have moments where they really started to ramp things up and build towards it, but they really have to like steal it back. They have to. It comes down to
They have to take the momentum. They have to completely swing it in their favor because right now, although it hasn't been a landslide gameplay-wise in terms of points, it has been one-sided.
That is true. Codlina is playing the Jax as well. Gonna go back to it. Hunkered down still. Now Chezzy is gonna be on that patented Jade pick. Now, this is gonna be like maybe a tricky one because the way Codlina's been playing has been a lot of staggers, a lot of really fast mids, and just incorporating the throw straight into it. So if Chezzy wants to win this one, the best plan is to probably just keep the distance.
Yeah, the thing is, it's keep the parry, but we also know that he likes his buttons, and he will happily throw them out if need be. And in some cases, he's an extremely offensive, up-in-your-face Jade. But
That
that
is
does
true.
not play really to Jade's, strengths. And, Cordalina just opening up Chezzy right now.
Yeah, that just came from Chezzy maybe mashing on
Definitely
wake up.
mashing, just pressing buttons.
Now, I think maybe just trying to find the actual gap that they could press buttons, but, it's like even over there, I was
punish.
just about to say that. When Chezzy takes risks, all he's taking for it is 16%. Really, you can just keep taking risks, right? You can afford to play like a bit of a maniac against Hunker Down if he doesn't have heated arms.
Talking about heated arms, was getting to there. They are
Oh, the throw!
scorching.
Jump back to prevent the throw.
Uh-oh, we're gonna see. Ooh, beautiful stuff from Chezzy. Oh, no,
That was sick.
That was so. Will we see it?
Oh, give it to us!
Do it!
No! Just missed it. The wake up short hop 3 from Chezzy right there. Looks really cool.
Oh, beautiful stuff. Oh, no KB, but Chezzy on his last legs. Oh, gets caught in the overhead. Wise choice.
A clean overhead from Codlina, and that looked super dominant.
That was very
Super dominant.
Honestly, we've been talking about the Saints getting better over time, but the Guardians have been doing the exact same. They've been doing really, really well consistently, and the Saints, unfortunately, are like a few steps behind right now. So if some changes can be applied, it can definitely work. But Chezzy gets against someone who loves staggering like Codlina. Chezzy, you can't keep throwing out those buttons, wanting to challenge, unless you want to throw out a parry every single time. And
I mean,
could work.
that's a viable strategy against Hunker Down Jax. I mean, I actually don't know the startup on Jade's parry because maybe worth testing. If forward 3-3 from Jax and forward 2
Has a gap.
go into the overhead, which has the gap, can you parry the gap?
It might be worth taking a look because at the moment we've been seeing that string a lot, and it's been building up to, of course, the KB that comes from that.
Yeah.
So I know we'll have to see some changes, but Chezzy definitely needs to stop getting a little bit too antsy with those buttons. Definitely
Needs to
apply a
play-
bit more keep away.
Definitely needs more keep away. Just
Oh, that's unfortunate.
we don't see that very
But
often.
the thing is, it's done so early in the game now that it's no longer a threat.
Yeah, but we just barely see it, right? We barely see that crushing blow, so it's all right.
Oh,
Getting the
no,
take grab
he's
off the
got
down one.
both bars. Oh, we can see it.
Oh,
no,
no.
there's a KB.
I think just missed the timing on the last one right there. Looked a little bit too soon, but real close.
Ooh, some smack talk from Jax there, but Chezzy at the moment getting a little bit too button press happy.
Yeah.
Not utilizing that parry.
Everything was a counter over there. Everything on meaty was a counter. So Codlina being wise, throwing out the meaties were applicable, and unfortunately Chezzy just found himself pressing a bit too one too many buttons.
Oh, down two. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is where the holes in Chezzy's defense is starting to show right now, because he's used to being on the offense, and now the fact that he has to worry about someone challenging the staggers, it's really starting to affect him. Oh, those heated arms, man! Oh, the read on the grab!
Nice stuff from Chezzy right there.
Definitely needs this damage. Will he
Gets
go
the
for-
confirm into the nitro kick. That's what I've been waiting for Chezzy to hit all evening.
I've ultimately been waiting for that nitro kick to come out twice, because of course it does KB.
No punish.
No punish.
There's the down one. So after every single overhead, Codlina is pressing the down one.
Yeah, this won't kill. This will
That's
even out
it's not gonna kill. But Jackson's full heated arms after this.
Oh man, he is!
It's a mix. It's a mix up.
Yeah,
What's
will it
Codlina
be
gonna
a
do?
dash? Was put in the corner.
No projectile.
Good stuff from Chezzy right there. What he needed to kind of get Codlina off him. Plus, Codlina is now absent of a fatal blow.
Exactly, and the fact that Chezzy won the round when Codlina pulled the trigger on the fatal blow, that is huge for Chezzy and the Cardiff Saints in general. This is what you want to be doing if you want to start making this comeback and building momentum for your side.
Was that a taunt? Was that an actual taunt?
was-
That backfired? Oh, no.
Catches the roll out the corner. You
no,
ain't going
this is the
anywhere.
optimal. Oh, well, no, he can't go for the KB, but he will keep him in the corner.
318 damage, real
Oh,
clean. That
man.
forward 3-3 right there.
Not enough respect being served
Wall
from
bounce.
Chezzy, and it's definitely gonna happen.
Oh, the staggers.
Blow and play.
Mashing.
This is not flawless, but it damn might as well be.
Yeah, there was like one thing on chip, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Dude,
Codlina
took that super convincingly. Like,
Are we seeing a little bit of a...
they did that. They did that first. Why wouldn't you with Jax, right? Give him a little.
But yeah, man, that was unfortunately the Saints just can't get anything going. Guardians are fully capitalizing on it, and they themselves are getting stronger and better and adapting to how their opponents are playing. Unfortunately, with Chezzy, wants to press buttons too much against someone, a character that has staggers for days.
Yeah, I mean,
know?
the worst time you could be pressing the buttons is after you've already been hit. Because they just have the frame advantage. You know, Jax has 9 frame advancing mids. It's not the best thing to do, but the third match is going to be really interesting because Ghost Wolf has shown that they're solid. Sean 2 UK on the other hand, also the same. Now, touching on what you said earlier, you said that while the Cardiff Saints were adapting and they were making adjustments and improving as the evening went along, as these games went along, the same thing's been happening from Tyneside. So whilst the underdog team is really trying to pull it through and make it into the playoffs right now, Tyneside are just that one step ahead of them. They're already on chapter 2 while Cardiff are trying to figure out chapter 1. So
Gotta check that index, man.
exactly, exactly.
But is the thing, it can easily change. There needs to be a different approach to how you're playing it. Optimize your punishes. Be aware of the punishes that are available, but we just aren't unfortunately seeing that.
That is true. That flying kick getting stuffed out.
Ghost Wolf playing Liu Kang now.
Yeah, we did see Ghost Wolf playing Liu Kang last time as well for a bit. Well, Ghost Wolf does play quite a few characters.
Yes, but he needs his absolute best if he wants to help bring it back for the Saints at the moment.
He took a page out of Jericho's book though, right? Round start, flying kick.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they are wearing the same skin as well.
They are wearing the same skin, indeed. Oh, there's the flying dragon kick.
Oh my god, he really is like
out.
bringing out Jericho in himself.
Now, unfortunately, the Rago behavior is just not really going to work out for you because the Tyneside Guardians are just too on the ball for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ghost Wolf probably wasn't expecting the last hit with that string because you can actually short hop over it or even just jump over it and punish it with neutral jump.
That is very true.
Ooh, respect being shown. Oh,
Jump back, dive kick.
Oh, there's
Crushing
a KB. Oh, broken face.
Give me 30%.
Oh, goes for forward 1 check. Nice.
Good use of the stagger into the back throw for the corner reposition.
This is exactly where Ghost Wolf needs to be if he wants things to work out. But, you know.
Oh, he just missed the 2. That sucks. Misses out. Big damage. And Shanti UK is also out of the corner.
But he's bringing this back. This is exactly what the Saints need right now. Oh, not the fatal blow. Will he jump over the last hit? No last hit anyway.
Now Ghost Wolf is playing this a lot better.
My god, night and day at the moment. Ghost Wolf playing extremely well, but we'll see. Oh no, will this go straight into the fatal blow?
KB!
Oh no!
The spin.
He doesn't wake up balance, but goes for the fatal blow! Okay!
Why did Shanti UK not fatal blow after the KB?
I think he wanted...
Straight away.
I think, honestly, I think he was autopiloting. If he went straight for it, he would have stolen it. He would have stolen it!
As soon as I hit the 4-2-1, I would have mashed both triggers
Yeah, go
hard. So hard. But it is okay. Ghost Wolf right now. The Cardiff Saints are probably popping off real hard. Ghost Wolf has to really pull this one around and clutch this game out and put the first point on the board.
But he is absent of a fatal blow at this point in time. While Sean himself, we whiffed it in previous rounds, still has access to it.
Oh, big combo drop right there. Just get a clean jump and kick. It's thrown back into the corner.
Has the corner. If he has this corner, it can work to his favor. Ooh, jump 3.
Nice
Down
challenge.
one.
Oh, that is not a thing. That is not a thing. You can full combo him right there for just trying the Z-Hat.
Oh no, are we going to see it again?
Closes out the round with a very clean 35%. Sean 2UK going to take the first one over Ghost Wolf. but Ghost Wolf has been, I think, closer than ever.
Yeah, I think
Right
this
now.
is the closest we've seen in the sets we've had so far, but oh, it's just like slipping out their fingers. It's this close. The
fatal blow.
close. It's that close.
The fatal blow is that was painful. But yeah, I mean, either way, Sean managed to still win the game. So it's not the end of the world for the Tyneside Guardians. They have a pretty distinct lead as
Yes.
well right now, I believe.
In terms of points, man,
Yeah.
it has just been going to the Guardians time and time again, and the Saints are so close. They are so close, but it's just there's not enough adaptation and changes being applied universally from the overround team to really flip, the table. I'm not gonna actually flip the table. Don't worry.
I'd be impressed if you could flip the table.
You want to see how much I can bench, bro?
But Ghost Wolf, honestly, I like that idea of trying to parry the teleport.
That'd be
Nice
so
throw
cool.
tech. Yeah, so
It can happen as well.
Ghost Wolf has been playing sick, to be honest.
He's been playing really well.
Just a bit more confidence in your
Ooh,
decisions can go a long way.
But-
Sean 2 UK is running the clinic right now, the Kung Lao clinic.
Goes Kong Lao special. Oh, fireball, dragon kick. Well, Ghost Wolf can completely switch this around.
Now that does have a flawless block.
Oh, he was going for the parry. That's so unfortunate. So many start frames.
Sean 2 UK is using the faster option out of the teleport as well to make sure it doesn't get parried,
Kick.
That does have a gap in it too. Forward 1-3 from Kung Lao. It does have a flawless block gap.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Ghost Wolf couldn't get as much offense. Definitely Sean showing some signs of adaptation at the moment.
If Sean wins this round, though, that is 8 in a row for Tyneside Guardians, which is a pretty big statement.
Oh, dive kick. But yeah, no, definitely for sure. It's been, even at this point, 8 straight. It's really strong.
That is true. Nice damage goes in with that raw dive kick.
Forward
No
one check
fear.
again. Oh, Ghost Wolf definitely on his last legs at the moment. Will KB? Yes,
Yeah.
he will. Cash out on that big damage.
Force the breakaway. Good stuff. 2 defensive bars
down
down.
to. Fatal blow is in now in play. Oh,
Oh.
Ghost, they challenge it.
Oh, we'll try to get the trip guard.
We go for the low. No,
That is not a thing! It's not a thing! The brutal. We're gonna see the brutal?
No brutals. This
Sad
has been a
face.
really clean night. There is not enough blood in Mortal Kombat.
I wanted some gut pulling, spine ripping, bloody gameplay.
You just sound really drunk.
And but I wanted a brutal. I wanted a brutal, man. No, it's fine. Sean 2 UK has now just put the Tyneside Guardians into this almost unbeatable position. It's gonna be absolutely
They only need,
insane to make the comeback now.
I believe, 2 matches to win this, which is it's been really clean from the Guardians. Unfortunately, the Saints are just they're 2 steps behind in this case, and it definitely, I'd say, it can change, but my oh my, is there a lot of work that needs to be put in order for this to happen.
I mean, even though the games are close, we don't really need to play around or mess about too much with our words. Guardians are mopping right now.
Yeah, they're being extremely dominant.
They
It's not
are
like,
they're AO, like they are definitely bringing them up.
yeah.
But
It's not like
this
the
is
Saints are free though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're not free. They're doing really well, but it's just like they're missing key fragments that are extremely important in this game to capitalize on the damage, on the offense, and really getting that win, because that is ultimately what's been slipping out their fingers 8 matches consistently.
that is true. We're gonna get a run back of the first game from the first set right here. Codlina up against Jericho the Gamer, both of them just block dancing at each other.
Oh,
And,
there's the break. Oh, forward free.
Either way,
Oh,
I mean,
2-1.
this is
No!
that was unfortunate. That was like the
was,
first B&B
misinput.
I've seen Jericho do. That was legit.
Okay.
And
oh no, you don't want to do that against Jax. He can splat you on the ground for it.
I think it's safe to say that like
Oh no!
KB, Tyneside have shown why they are at the top of their group, right? Why they have an undefeated track record so far, and they are looking forward to the playoffs.
That was really, really.
That was a strike throw mix, wasn't it? That was all
That
of it.
was
It was just
I'm gonna make you eat the poop. You're gonna like it.
interesting use of words.
Yeah, they have many other words.
Blocked overhead.
What? That's twice tonight! What's happening? Paulo!
This game's hitboxes actually hurt me. But, there's no crushing blow. Oh!
Oh, if
please
there's a
spend it.
KB.
There's 2 bars.
Oh, if
please
there's a
spend
KB.
it.
Oh, KB,
I think Codlina missed the timing again. Fatal Blow being pushed out by Jericho the Gamer. We've been seeing way too many funky hitbox stuff. Way too many things.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more we can take.
I know, man. I know. Oh, that's a down one.
Down one to check and clipped by the overhead Codlina.
I feel like Jericho's trying to like challenge that gap, and it hasn't been working.
It's not a gap you can afford to challenge, but it is a gap you can afford to flawless block. Because flawless blocking, if you're not, trying to dial in the option select into the parry, you're not putting yourself really at risk because you're either blocking or you're flawless blocking if you're doing the option select correctly. So it's something worth practicing for future sake if you would like to progress further in the game or just learn it to a higher level, whether it be like you want to compete in more tournaments or if you want to just play online, because it's a useful tidbit of information to know when you're playing against Hunkered Down, because Hunkered Down doesn't get a lot of damage, like outside of heated arms and crushing blows, just really doesn't get a lot of damage. So if you can mitigate the actual the game plan of just throwing out overheads after these really good mids, then you can just shut Hunker Down Jacks quite well.
Yeah, I couldn't put it better than the way you put it, honestly. If you can shut down that offense, it's a serious problem. Oh, did we just see another butts?
Yeah,
another really butts thing.
We really did.
Oh, exactly. Now there goes for low. That's could load in 8
nice
KB.
Jab. I rate the anti-air because I like to jab all the time.
Daggers, man. Oh,
Looking
no,
for
goes
the
for low again. Well, does that actually cancel out the fatal blow?
I'm not too sure.
Blow.
I think still because it's a low and you do the overhead afterwards, it still works.
Okay, interesting. I guess we'll have to find out one way or another. But at the moment, that's if Jericho can get any damage going at the moment, because Codlina is just fully optimizing. Oh, there's the punish.
Now that was a really good decision by Jericho. That's not the end of the world. The down 2 KB was used, so you don't have to worry about that for the rest of the game. And it was effectively wasted by Codlina too. But what Jericho did over there was when Codlina was -7 from the overhead, Jericho opted to press forward 3-3, which worked because Codlina's been pressing down 1 and -7 all the time. So more of those kinds of things to blow up your opponent's offense, and I think you'll go far. Getting hit by the down 1, so the take throw misses.
Uh-oh, will it KB though?
It won't.
Oh no, it doesn't.
It's got to be in a row.
Oh, that's a shame.
Now don't fly and kick, Jericho. If you value your life, you will not fly and kick.
Yeah, at this point in time, run the timer. Just chip away at that health bar with your fireballs, because Liu Kang's fireballs such a great spacing tool in this game. Really
That
keep
is
your opponent
true.
out. Oh, great challenge there of the nunchuck stance. But all fatal blows in play. Will we see a wake up fatal blow in a second? I think it's gonna happen.
One more touch. Oh, nice block.
Oh, there's
Good
a flying
punish.
kick. All right. Oh! Missed by a hair!
That was unfortunate. Codlina just acknowledging, or not acknowledging, seeing the whiffed fatal blow and then just pulling the trigger on hers. Great stuff. And giving us a little jack shimmy. You know what? I take it.
Oh, that's getting a fatality. Which one will it be? It will be this one.
I like this one.
I really like his second one. I think it's amazing. It's a shame we don't get to see it more. Splosh.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Good old clothesline from hell, but yeah, no, definitely the Saints coming up to the last legs now. Unfortunately,
I don't want to
Jericho
get punched that
back.
hard. That looks really painful.
You know what? Okay, I just thought with that fatal blow situation, it was one of those cases if you got into like a playground fight and this guy pretended to punch you, like showing it, you just end up punching him in the face straight away. That's what it was. Like, oh look, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And
that fatal blow whiff was
heartbreaking.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking is the right word to use, because it was actually the right. It was like a good thing to do.
It was the right decision, just the wrong spacing.
Yeah, just the wrong spacing. But now everything relies on Chezzy, and I think if there is someone that is going to try and pull it and be the clutch meister of the Card of Saints, that is going to be Chezzy.
I mean, it's also because, no offense to Chezzy, he plays Super Rago, and it's very hard to read someone like that.
If it works, it works.
If it works, yeah. If he dies, he dies. That's it. That's simply it. And you know what? That could work against Sean 2UK, but we have to see it. If Chezzy can apply any form of Rago style, if the opponent's unfamiliar with it in any way, shape, and form, can 110% go to him. But we've seen it time and again consistently tonight, where the Saints have just been having it slip out their fingers,
Yeah,
So,
I mean, Chezzy, if you have some kind of mystery character as a pocket, now may be the time, but gonna stick on that Jade. Nice down one.
Challenges KB! This is a great way to start things off.
Not
Oh,
committing to the
finishing
full string to avoid being punished.
Pop. Now Chezzy definitely playing very well.
Misses the conversion. The
Ooh.
down 2 completely in Chezzy's favor, but that string is unsafe.
Oh man. Oh, beautiful looking combo and punish right there. Forward one check into grab. Kung Lao special, of course.
Gonna get the back throw.
Ooh,
Chezzy still with the life
this
lead,
could
but
definitely
maybe for
switch.
not
Fatal
much
blows in play.
longer.
Oh, what's happening tonight?
Now that is the problem with Kung Lao Fatal Blow. You have to, if your target is not grounded, the likeliness of it actually connecting is really low. That wiggle stick was janky. That wiggle stick was janky, but it worked out totally in favor
It
of
wasn't
Chezzy.
just that. Sean thought he had fatal blow back, and he was doing stance switch. Sir, maintain
what?
your eyes and your tools.
Maybe it was a wake-up roll.
It was a wake-up roll. But at the moment, it's definitely all Sean and Chezzy just being opened up. This could be another flawless tonight.
This one is...
Oh, there it goes.
Catches the teleport on the way down.
But interesting down two there. I believe that must have been.
Anti-air to the back forward too. We've seen it all. Gets the back throw.
Man. Escape failed too. Of course, that means that a KB is now locked in with some crispy damage with Kung Lao, man.
This is set point right now for the Tyneside Guardians. Sean 2 UK. Oh, punish! There we go. Sean 2 UK just has to close out this round, and then the Tyneside Guardians are going to take it with the 4-0 in their group.
Yep, cashes out on it. You want
But
to get
Chezzy
as
is
much
not
damage
out.
as you can. But Chezzy just...
Oh no, this is not match point. I am a fool. There's a whole other game, and I am a barbarian. Ignore me.
But, yeah, don't worry, guys. My co-commentator just being caught in the heat of the moment at the moment.
I am a goldfish.
Yeah. You're good talking goldfish, don't worry, man. But Chezzy right now, this is looking very bad for the Saints.
I mean, this is looking bleak.
I mean,
right now for the Cardiff Saints, but
the stakes at hand as well. You know, if they lose, that's it. And it'll be a very sad way for things to end. But the Guardians have just been dominant at this point in time, and when you're on your last legs at this point, you got to do everything you can, and
you got to start pulling out all of the gimmicks, all of the pokes into specials on block, everything that you can do, because
do the online strats as hard as you can and block harder than
down
ever
one
before.
nitro kicks.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, honestly, play the way the only thing that we can really suggest is play the way that you feel most comfortable playing. So far, it just what has really stuck out to me is that the Tyneside Guardians are just, they have more of a presence of mind about what they can and cannot punish. They've been capitalizing on a lot of hits, trying to get the most damage out of it, and right there, just as I did mention it, right now,
Unfortunately,
Sean 2 UK got the punish on the
late
laser knife.
breakaway too. This is all defensive meter, and you know Chezzy definitely not out of this just yet, but still has a mountain to climb and a lot of work to. But I don't know how I feel about that reversal.
are we going to see the dive kick again?
Yeah, we've
Nope.
been slow.
Sean 2 UK is mixing right now.
No, he's been playing extremely well, but oh man,
I would love to see some flawless blocks being thrown out for that forward 1-3, but this
Chezzy,
may just be the end of the road.
yeah, that could be it. Chezzy's just pressing buttons, wanting to challenge everything he can, but it's just not working at the moment. Ooh, nice sweep. Ooh, that dive kick, though.
Oh, the anti-air! That's standing
We're seeing
one.
some interesting stuff this evening. See that? What?
That was the second
Okay.
time that's happened now. The whiffed nitro kick into the whiffed dive kick. Up
for
3
it.
to stuff the forward 2.
Chezzy coming down, fatal blow. You know, this is definitely most likely going to be it for the Saints, but okay, we're seeing a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Oh, the nitro kick. It's
Not
just
enough
too
meter to finish
risky.
things off. But a jump one, and that is it. Guardians take it over the Saints.
Exactly 300 damage was really satisfying to look at. Sorry, just... yeah, that was a nice number. Sean 2 UK clutched it out for the Tyneside Guardians.
Very clean.
And that is probably the most dominant set that we have seen in the 5 weeks, I think, because the teams were, I would like to say, like, they weren't too like far apart in skill level, you know.
Yeah, no, they're back and forth,
but Tyneside have better fundamentals. More than anything, the fundamental gameplay, when it came down to it, just the simple core gameplay was just more solid. And I do think that the Cardiff Saints had a really good run for how far they got as well. But the Tyneside Guardians have basically just secured themselves that first seed coming out of their group as well into the playoffs, and I'm really excited to see just how well they do against the other teams where we have other competitive players in those respective teams. Like Group A has Manchester, Clyde, and London Lionhearts.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to get better from this point onwards. And of course, we are at week 5 now. Training gloves off. Time to actually get serious.
Yeah, you can exit the hyperbolic time chamber by now. Everything should really just be on the line because now it's single elimination in the playoffs as well. So all of your wins, they matter. Everything matters because if you drop it one evening, that's it. You're out of the run. But we would like to thank you all for joining us back with Mortal Kombat 11 Arena Clash. And, big commiserations to the Cardiff Saints and congratulations to the Tyneside Guardians. Big ups, you guys have played really well and shown a lot of improvement, especially since the first season. So I'm really excited to see how you go, how you look going forward from over here. Thank you for joining us. I have been Falcon, joined alongside History Behind the Warrior, and we will see you next week.